Going live.
All right.
Hello and welcome to the Blue Tweezers channel with myself, Alan, from the channel, and the designer of our game and my opponent, Pat Mullen. Say hi, Pat.
Hi, Pat.
Thank you very much. And welcome. And hopefully you've been following what we've been doing here. It's actually been quite a quiet game, but I do promise that it should get a little bit warm.
Don't
this
promise
session.
anything.
Okay, I won't promise. Okay, yeah, it might still be a bit sleepy, but we'll see. Just sending off a barrage of tweets and other posts and things just to let everybody know that we're here. And
Internet flare. Yes.
yes, indeed. And if anybody's out there, yeah, I think there's a couple of people. If you can just tell us in chat that you can see and hear us okay, and it's all coming through clear, because I don't trust it. And but I am using my new microphone system. I don't know, Pat, if you've noticed any difference in the quality there of my voice, or am I still just mumbling away?
I can't understand you because you're British. So
Okay, that's right. Yeah, I didn't get the translation upgrade on the mic, I'm afraid. Sorry, it hasn't got that app attached, so you just have to do with.
Quite all right.
All right. Anyway, right. Let's find out where we were, and
we are at the beginning of the fires phase for turn 5.
Right. Okay.
So we will look now at the game turn track, and that will tell us.
I think you're
who
going
goes
first.
when.
I think you're going first. Fires.
I am indeed going first in the fires phase.
Yeah.
The big event this turn is Mike Force has shown up.
That's right, yes.
And you're going to go first in the operations phase.
That's correct.
We start with aviation in the fires, and I think that will be significant.
Let's get that, guys. Let's get the sequence of play up here. And we're in the fires phase. You're going first, so you have an aviation step.
Yes, so this is what the heck is going to happen with this Mike Force.
Yeah.
Is kind of what's going to happen here. So let's see.
Yeah, certainly mic trouble. I've certainly had mic trouble, and now I'm probably going to have some more mic trouble.
All right, so I'm going to bring these guys up. They're not landing there or anything. I'm just moving them. And
where are
you see kind of over by Camp Tri B.
Okay, right. Sorry, just trying to follow you on the map. Gotcha. Yep.
And let's see here. I think what we're going to do is move this guy here. I'm going to move this guy here. We are going to move Spooky here. And we are going to move this guy here. And we are going to move this guy here. And I think, in fact, we're going to move. I don't want to do this. We're going to actually have Spooky there. Okay. So that's all the Mike Force movement. And let me move everybody else, and then we'll. So, all right. These guys are recons, so they're backing off. And. No, we're actually going to move Spooky there. Yep. And we're actually going to move this guy here. And we're going to move this guy here. And where are the rest of my choppers?
You've got to chop off.
Yeah, this guy's flying around somewhere. So he's going to fly elsewhere. And he's going to go there. And the other choppers doing some fun stuff. Yes, I do. Boom. And Chopper here doing some fun stuff. He will go here as well.
Timo, thanks for letting us know. Good to see you.
And that is that. Let me triple dog check, as they say, for my aviation, but I think that's it. That's all I got.
Okay. That's enough, I think.
Check. Quite a bit.
Yep.
A bit.
Yep.
So with that, I am done. Do you have any ADF?
I
think
don't
I've
think so.
assiduously. You could
Oh, yeah.
fire on
Yeah.
those attack choppers.
Yes,
Spooky
that's true.
can't, but it's
Yes.
it will be difficult. But you're exposed, so you might as well. So we've
Yeah.
got So we go to the ADF resolution, and let's fit that to width.
So
And you've got 3 factors. You're going to be on the 2 to 5. And I'm not transport. You're not in a bunker.
No.
You're not the 394 unit. But there is more than 6 attack aviation in or adjacent to the hex.
Yeah.
So it's a -2 on the 2 to 5 table.
Yeah. So not much hope, but let's see how we go. A 6 now.
Nothing. Okay. All right. So
is that for both choppers, or do I get a shot at each
Yeah,
one?
you shoot at the stack.
Okay.
The only time you shoot at each one is
missions.
Specifically loading and unloading. Okay. Right.
Yeah.
So you'll get an opportunity when we do missions to do another fire. But yeah, you're always shooting at a stack of helicopters, because when they abort as a stack.
Yeah.
So you abort one, you abort everybody.
Yes.
All right. So that's that. Now it is time for loading and unloading, and load and unload I shall. So these guys are going to do a mission.
Right.
And they're going to try to unload somebody adjacent to you. You are going to get some small arms.
Indeed.
Fire. So we go back to this. We're going to be a little ADF intensive here for this turn. So we are not escorted. And we are conducting a loading or unloading mission, so that's going to be +2.
Yeah.
However, there's more than 6 attack aviation in or adjacent, so it's a straight roll.
Yep.
You need an 11 or a 12.
Indeed. Let's see what we get. A 9, not quite.
Close enough to make me a little worried, but that's fine.
A few bullet holes.
Right, and there we go. And special forces do not get landing. Loading the landing penalty.
No.
And we're going to do the same thing over here. This other hex. So go ahead and roll again. It's going to be the same modifier.
Same thing again. No.
Nope. So mission, and these guys are going to land and fix. And then I'm going to do some other loading and unloading here. All right, mission. And then I got a couple guys here. Complete. Guys landed there, and that is it for my aviation portion of my fires phase. And now it is time to really just do some fires.
Indeed.
So we are going to, what are we going to do? What to do? We are going to try to affect an effusion of blood. That's most certain. But where, about, and how? So if I smoke them, that would be 18. If I smoke them, I could get to the 21. But what would that do for me?
See, mate, thanks for your question. I think, Pat, don't look at this. Don't look at the chat because it might distract you. You'll get back to it later.
Let's see here. We are going to all these guys in this hex.
In the camp. Oh no, over in
right.
spooky hex.
To include spooky are going to unload on your battalion of infantry.
Okay.
So you get an ADF mission now.
Yes. So 3.
It's 2 to 5. I think you're on the you're on the -2.
-2 again. Yeah. There's no transportation or anything like that.
The 2 to 5. Right.
So 6. Nothing.
All right. So we go to fire's resolution.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing no indirect fire, and since I'm doing no indirect fire, I can really throw no bombardment in. So we're on the 16 to 18 table.
Yes.
Your fix, that's +1. It's direct fire.
Yep.
So that's +1. There's nothing special about the terrain, but the terrain itself is dense jungle.
Dense jungle, indeed.
Which is a -4. Yep. So we're at a net -3 on the 16 to 18. Let's see how lucky I get.
Oh, nice.
Very lucky. So an 8.
An 8.
D2S2.
D2S2.
So 2 step losses and 2 units need to be disrupted.
Okay. So might as well. Let's.
I see. The simple answer is not really, because they're not really changing anything except putting out new art and cleaning up the rules. But that's stuff that was always available at Board Game Geek. So I kind of see it as a lost opportunity to move the history of the game past 1983. So yeah, so I wouldn't call myself excited.
So I disrupted and flipped 2 units.
Right. All right. So that is. Let me fit this to width. That is going to be, I believe, 2 intensity, but we'll double check. It's 1 per loss. Can't wait till this thing's laid out properly and not just one long document, which will come. So let's see here. Intensity. All right. It's at the beginning of reinforcements. Intensity level. Yep, there it is. For every PLAF or PAVN step lost, it's 1. So it goes up by 2.
Yep.
1, 2. And that's that. So we smoked them. And then I think, is it even really worth our while? No, we're not going to try to do anything with those Mike Force Hueys that are adjacent. That seems foolish. We're not going to really accomplish anything with that. No. So we're going to save our air points. So what we're going to do is call that our fires phase, and we are now going to do our fires movement. Yep. And I think we're happy where Where that guy is, we're happy about it. So maybe we might nudge him up a little bit up the road. And let's get him in some good terrain for defense. Let's see here. Ground combat, it's 2. What's light woods? Probably the same. Yep. We're just going to stay on the road there in the rubber plantation, kind of block the road, move up a little bit. And that is it for my fires phase. Over to you for fires.
Fires, well. So my ADF unit could do some fire, I think. Unless, let me just check the capabilities.
I agree, CMO. I think it's good because the game was ridiculously overpriced for such an old game on the secondary market, so I think that's positive. You know, so somebody who like wants to buy the game, doesn't have the game, it's great. You know, it's great for them. But I just see it as, like I said, the not even addressing the major historiography issues with it. I just see it as a sad lost opportunity. But I think it's positive for some people for other reasons.
Okay.
Vietnam's kind of unique in that sense because it's not like you're looking at the Civil War and saying, oh, 30 years passed and the historiography and collected sources for like the Battle of Gettysburg have completely changed. But for Vietnam, when the game was originally designed, the war had only been over for 8 years. And the amount of sources available, collective sources, simple things as order of battle information, to very complicated things about, you know, more nuanced understandings about how the trail worked, everything has just increased exponentially since that time. So,
All right. Sorry, just doing a little bit of thinking here.
yeah. So since I'm into it for the history, it's like, well, it's, you know, it's sad. It's like they're taking an old, right. You said it. There could be, but there ain't. So.
Okay. One thing I want to ask about in the
You may
campaign
ask
stuff.
any question
Right.
you desire.
So there's a special in the campaign game.
Right.
There's a section that talks about special rules, and there is a NLF tactical preparation 1.5.5.
Right.
Any NLF fires or operational phase before the beginning of November 7 game turn, the NLF player may declare that he's using tactical preparation that day. Or NLF ground effects do not receive any penalty if the defender has unfixed units in the hex. Once for one game turn in the campaign. So only once, as in one attack, one ground attack. It says all ground attacks. But why would you do it in the fires?
Well, it says
all ground attacks. Yeah,
you can use it once for one game turn in the campaign. That means in toto.
Sure. Okay. But why would you do it in the fires phase if it's only for ground attacks?
Because it's your option.
Okay.
It may benefit you or not.
Yeah, but is a fire class as a ground attack?
No.
Okay. Right. Okay, fine. I wasn't quite sure on that because it gives you the option, and I'm thinking, why would I do it in the fires? And I
Because you could do it at any time in the fires phase. You could do it at the very end.
Sure. I'm
Right.
saying the advantage of doing it within the fires phase doesn't seem, because it's about ground attacks.
Correct.
There's no point in particularly revealing it then.
Sure.
Okay. No, that's fine.
One of the constant mantras, like as well as like to chit play in the game, if you've noticed, is
Yeah.
it gives the player the widest berth about when they want to do things. You know, it right. So I'm not, so like that, it may benefit you, which I don't want to like think about or expound upon too much right now, but it may benefit you to do it in the fires phase or not.
Sure.
Right? It's up to you.
Okay. Right. I don't think I've got any then. Don't think I've got any.
No fires.
No fires. No. I mean, my ADF guy can't really. Oh, I do have my artillery unit there. Could do something, couldn't it? Yes. You might as well have a pop at one of the Mike Force units.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, probably 1 MF, I think.
Okay.
0207. So that's
Okey-doke.
three. That's 3 points of fires. It's I need to mark it IDF.
Right. So it's not a combined fires, so you're going to get a -1.
You get a -1.
But I'm fixed.
You are fixed, so +1. You're not landed, and I think that's it really, except for the terrain modifier,
which is -4. So it's a -4 doing a 3 o'clock Charlie bombardment, right?
Yeah,
as I like to call them. So yep.
Okay, -4 on the dice. 7. No, it's not going to be anything.
3. Nothing. Boop.
Okay.
All
right.
right.
That's it.
Fires is over. Over to you for operations.
Okay. So now I will declare that tactical preparation.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, because I'm very close to losing it anyway. The capability. So let's start way over the side here. This may take a little time, everybody. So do bear with me.
I'm sure you'll have quite a bit of movement, quite a bit of thinking. So
I do.
Don't sweat it. So one of the things I'm excited about, I'll just talk to the chat a little bit before I go take a little 5-minute break here, is I am starting a Mongoose Traveler campaign, which I'm very excited about, online. So that should be quite a bit of fun. I really I haven't game mastered, I think, in over 10 years, so it's kind of nice to get back in the saddle and do that. So that'll be a blast. I haven't played Traveler in a million years, and I really like Mongoose Traveler. It's a great. I think they've done a very good job of keeping the spirit of Traveler, but making a much more a playable game. So been all in on that. We're creating, doing campaign prep, make the world first before we start working on modules and whatnot. I will keep my powder dry on any more information at this time. So you can read into that what you like. The with that, I will take a little break here because you got a lot of moving to do.
I do.
I shall be back.
Let's just check the terrain effects for town. Maybe cost 1. So I could here. So that could have been 1, 2, 3, 4. needs to skedaddle as quickly as possible. Probably not quick enough. 3, 6, 9. Yes, I was angling to try and do an attack on this, but he discovered most of my forces, so I'm not going to be able to get there. With these guys here, I was going to try and do an attack on this fort, but I wasn't able to unfix these units, and I don't believe I can attack unfixed units, can I? Let's look at the charts on attack step. I think it's continue. Unfixed units gets us a shift. Okay, so I can do it. So seeing as I get the ability to do that this turn with the no negative modifiers, then I might as well. So 3. Oh no, hang on, no, not him. He's going to here. He's going to go to here. He's going to go to here. Right. Oh, now that's interesting. Let's put that back for a minute. No, I think the biggest bang for the buck here, so we'll get number 2 to drive straight down the road.
I am back. Are you still moving?
Still moving, I'm afraid. This is
good. I will converse with Simo about
absolutely. You
travelers.
keep chatting. It's going to take me a little while here.
You do what you got to do.
Sure.
Yeah, I like the system a lot. I think character creation was always like the real strength of old classic Traveler. And it's something that kind of got taken away from the game when it was in its GURPS phase in the 90s. But what I like about what Mongoose Traveler's done to it is they've doubled down on that creation system, and it created a lot more nuance with it. one of the things I think is cool. Now, one of the things I never always bugged me about the game that for the campaign I'm doing is it's a skill-based system. It's not D&D, so you don't expect characters to level up. But in Classic Traveler, one of the things I didn't like is when the characters were finished, it's like that was it. They were minted. That's who they were going to be for the rest of the campaign, and that leads to a bit of lack of investment sometimes by people in terms of in their characters in terms of the role playing. So I'm kind of going with a compromise system. I've seen some stuff out there. I saw some videos by Seth Rakowski that I liked, but I felt his experience methods that he was using was a little too generous, a little too Monty Hall for the game, as they used to say. Monty Hall was an old role-playing term for like, the GM who just gives out gifts, right? So what I've decided to do is at the end of every module, so during the playing of not a session, but an adventure, a module, whatever you call it, each player keeps track of all the skill rolls they make and place a check mark there. And then when we're done, every player gets 3 tries based on how they use this any of those skills. Any 3 skills they choose, they have to make a stat check that's difficult, so a 10 plus, and they can increase their skill rating. So, and it depends because of Mongoose Traveler. So let's say, as an example, it was deception, right? And in the adventure, your character used intelligence. So it would be an int check, a stat check. So you get 3 tries to do that or you could take 1, 2, or 3 of those tries and sock them away in a pool that would allow you, per the companion, to eventually increase a stat, which can sometimes, to move from 8 to 9, I believe, in like physical stats takes like 9 levels. So you could, try to improve 2 skills and then sock away one of not, for whatever attribute you want to see get increased. So that's something I think that the game needed, and they didn't put it in the core rules, but it's in the compendium, and just, different ways of approaching it. And that's just the one I'm comfortable with, where I think per session is a little too fast, and kind of giving the player the some options about how to use experience with their characters, I think is the way to go. But I'm a firm believer in that there needs to be an experience method in terms of increasing skills in the game. So it's what I would expect as a player. But while still keeping, of course, the mechanisms for learning new skills, dedicating time, 8-hour blocks of study as well. So, so having both of those at the same time, I think, gives a lot of freedom for characters to develop skills and get better in the campaign. So that's my long discussion about XP. What are you doing on this map? Are you getting ready to try to kick my ass? Maybe. Yeah, it's classic campaign in the sense that it's a trader campaign, but there's a twist to that. It's not strictly a trader campaign, and it's also I said it in the Spinward Marches. I like that area, and one of the cool things about Travelers, all the lore they have for you that you could just use or leave behind at your leisure if you're jamming. So I'm starting in a classic start in 1105 before the what is it, the Fourth Frontier War. I always get them mixed up, but which could or might not happen. History starts for this campaign when it begins, and but it's just, it really is such a rich setting, and the fact that there really is just so much out there to like flesh out the universe at this point in time. You know, it really is one of the most interesting like original intellectual property like sci-fi universes that are out there that you know isn't tied to some existing TV show or something like that.
Sod it. Let's do that.
Did you say sod it?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a British term.
Oh, I'm quite aware. Oh, gonna get in trouble with the BBC for that. All right. In America, they don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I accidentally got out of the stream and the chat. Back to it.
Okay. Gosh. Right. Right.
The good news is we're finally above 50% on the pre-order.
Oh, really? Good.
Yeah.
Well done, well done.
We spiked a little bit. I did a podcast interview with Bruce Garrick for Wild Weasel, which spiked some. You know, spiked. It's wargaming, right? It's Grindyard wargaming. So, but you know, I think push it up about 9 pre-orders. That's good stuff. Spike, quote unquote. Take your time, man. You've got 4 regiments to move at the company level. You're getting ready to try to shellac me. So
That's the guy that goes
I would think.
You would be correct, yes.
Shellac, thump, whack, hammer.
You do have to do a bit of shuffling around to keep people concealed.
Yep. Yeah, somebody asked me, they were curious about like whether to use the Iron Man rule in Mongoose, and I was like, when you're playing with the little black books, right? And Mega Traveler used to bug me for that too. Sure, it takes like 15 minutes to make a character. So if somebody dies in creation, you just start making a new one. But if you're making a character in Mongoose Traveler, it's going to take you a good, if you're doing it right, you're recording everything because you got to do connections letter and, you got to flesh out allies and contacts and all that sort of stuff. It should take about an hour, hour and a half with the game master to make a character. So dying in the middle of that is almost like trolling your players. So I think now like doing that is just a horrible idea. It, and in any case, because the characters, because of the character creation system, you don't have like ultimate control over what you want to be. You got to make roles. So, a good player is like kind of rolling with the punches of what's happening to him in his life and coming up with an idea and, trying to sync things together. And then, then to kill the guy after an hour and 10 minutes of that is kind of stupid. But with the little black books, no big deal, right? It's 10 minutes worth of character creation and you're done. Hey Jordan, how you doing?
So it's just really difficult to translate across to the concealed unit. Like I keep thinking, right, I've got to be there. Oh no, actually, that's the wrong place I'm looking at. And it's.
Don't worry about it. Just make your moves, man. No need to apologize for time.
No.
This is a big turn for you.
Hmm.
Yeah, Simo, I think they did a really good job of keeping all the rules that allow for, you know, where you could play really any type of campaign you wanted, but yeah, sure, it's aimed at a little more crunch and a little more hard science. But for people, you know, I Traveler originally, and it was kind of like the state of all role playing games, like in the 70s and early 80s. They kind of had this mechanics over role playing aspect to them. That I think a lot of people who play role playing games now want the freedom to be able to role play, but they still do want the good mechanics, and they want to have their cake and eat it too. And I think there was a bit of not recognizing that back then, and you kind of saw that when finally first edition D&D went away. A lot of different games. You had like Chaosium coming out with different titles and skill based, and so there was a whole period in that hobby where trying to come to terms with those ideas. You had other games that I to this day I just generally don't enjoy, like White Wolf stuff where it's all storytelling and no poor mechanics, no grit, and I think Mongoose has done a good job of like keeping all that was really great about the crunch and the setting and what the settings evolved to with Traveler, while still giving you a system that gives you freedom to have some good role playing and many options in terms of the skill usage interacting with the role playing. So yeah, I mean, I'm very impressed.
Okay.
Ooh, that looks bad over there.
Right, I think I've done. I think I'm done.
All right. All right.
Okay. So we've got some attacks going in.
Just go through, do them one by one.
Yeah, so we'll go way over to the Mintron camp here. So I've got 2 attacks here on 4311, 4309. We'll do 4311 first.
Okay.
The guy on the road.
All right. So we're unfixed. We'll just remember that. Here we are.
Yep.
So actually,
Okay.
you need to declare your attack and lay in your support before I unfix myself.
Yeah, so I'm attacking from 58 and 57. So I'll put the guys on, yeah?
Okay. All right.
I've had a brainwave here. Does that go to the stack for coming on next turn, or does it go straight onto the concealment chart?
If I'm straight back to the for next turn.
Sorry, yeah. For next turn, yeah.
Yeah. Whether I reveal them or you reveal them, that's
It's all right. Yeah, I'm not sure I've actually done that yet, so I suddenly went, oh, what do I do with this? So remove play, that's fine. So they're there. And 57, I'll do the same thing. Oh, actually, sorry. That was 57. That was 58. And unfixed. And my support.
Right.
Hang on, I'm finished. No, not quite yet. And we also have some support here as well.
All right.
Cool.
That is your attack?
It is my attack, indeed.
All right. Mark your mortars as IDF.
Yep.
And I am going to reveal him. So we've got this.
Yep.
And the question is, do I want to bring any air power?
Mm-hmm.
And I think the answer to that is going to be yes. So we're going to bring in 3 air power, which will make us be defending with a 5.
Yes.
So as we look at this now, you've got, it's the 272nd moving up north to kick some ass.
Yes.
So you've got 11 in one stack, and you've got 11 another. That's 22. And that is plus the 3 is 25 attacking my 5.
No, I got more than that. I got 4 units of 4, 8, 12, 15 in each stack, haven't I?
Yes, you do. So that's 30, 33. So we have 33 attacking 5. So we look at the ground unit, the ground attack step resolution chart.
Yep.
And we go fit to width. And so you are attacking at 6-1 odds.
Yep.
Okay. So we look at the attack modifiers. Attacker odds are 5-1 or so +1 for that, or +2 if 7-1. So you get a +1 for that 5-1.
Indeed.
Okay. So
my support strength is not greater.
great.
Oh,
Nope.
do you know ground defense?
Yes, it
the air
is.
points. Yes,
so
it is.
+1.
So it's a +1.
But
So
it's not double. But
no.
it's not double.
Yeah.
So that's +2.
+2 total. Yeah.
You are not attacking for more than 2 hexes.
No.
You are. I'm not patrolling. I'm not strung out.
Nope.
I'm not disrupted.
There's no mech or armor.
However, all attackers were concealed, so you get a +2.
It's +4. Yeah.
Right. And then doesn't matter. Concealed units participate in the attack. Doesn't matter. We're shifting up. We're at the maximum on the chart now.
Yeah.
Because we do that after. So you're 6-1 with a +4.
Yes.
And then we look at the terrain that I am in, and I am in dense jungle.
Do you get the negative for terrain from the prepared attack?
That would be about being unfixed, and that's not the case. So if we look at that special rule,
sorry,
right,
you were fixed, weren't you? You were unfixed. So yeah, no, that's fair enough. Yep.
So I don't get any so there's no penalty.
Yes.
For
it's only if you're fixed. That's correct. Yes.
Right. So it's just terrain. So that's +4 -4. It turns into no modifier on the 6-1.
On the 6-1.
Go ahead and roll.
Right. 2d6. Let's go. Oh dear.
4 is a crap roll. A very crap roll. And
well, I haven't hit anything so far, so and I didn't even hit anything on a 6-1.
That's an A0, which means nothing happens.
Yeah.
So that's that.
Well,
and all right. So what's your next attack?
Okay. So on the camp itself, so we have 54. And 16.
A little local force action. Do you have any support?
I do not.
Okay. So we are going to throw in 4 air points in this defense. We want to hold the camp.
Okay.
So 4 is the max we can bring, and that's what we're going to bring.
Yep.
So we're defending with the equivalent of 6. You are attacking with 15, 17, attacking 6.
Yeah.
So this is a
17 attacking 6. It's
so
it's 3-1. Yeah.
Yep. So we round up. It's 3-1.
Yep.
So we're at 3-1. That's great. Now we look at the mods.
Strength. Yeah.
You don't have any support,
Yeah.
so that doesn't matter. You're
just
not
get
attacking
concealed.
from more than 2 hexes. I'm not strung out.
No disruptions. No mech or armor.
Nope.
I am concealed.
So now we go to column shifts. Right. So you get a +2 for that.
Yep.
And then we go. You're concealed, so we would shift up to 4-1.
Yes.
But
You're
I'm
unfixed.
defending in a special forces camp, so we go back down.
Yes.
Right. So we forget the unfixed, but I'm in a special forces camp,
Okay.
so we're down to 3-1.
Again.
So it's a 3-1 +2, but the terrain type is dense jungle, so it's a -2 on the 3-1.
Yep. -2 on 3-1. Ah.
That's the end. That's a great
better.
roll. So -2 is
10.
a 10, which is a DR1, which means I am reduced. So let me flip him. I am disrupted.
Yep.
And I am forced to retreat. And I am going to retreat. Zocs do not matter for retreat. and I think we want to retreat here. Okay, which means you can advance after combat and take the camp.
So I will do that.
All right,
That
and
will be
now
it.
we will look at intensity.
Yep.
Because things have happened.
Yeah.
So we lost a U.S. step.
Yes.
And you've occupied a special forces camp, so that's going to be 3 intensity. So we will move that up. 1, 2, 3. We're now at 20. And there's some victory point action that's going to happen here. So, because you destroyed a special forces step, that's 2 NLF victory points. And you took a camp. So a camp is 8 points. So that you've just gotten yourself 10 victory points. You've gone from
0
boom,
to 10.
Quite a few victory points, right?
Wow.
So that is that. And what other attacks do you have that you would like to?
Okay, so we have an attack on 2916, which is the bottom end of your line. The 27th.
16. Okay. So go ahead and do it and declare your support.
Okay. Now this may take some time.
No, that's quite all right.
So support will be okay. That's that, and 5 is attacking, but not attacking with everybody. Yep. Oh, hang on. No, the rest of you as well. Thank you. Right. That's that.
All right. So you're attacking with that stack.
So that's 9.
Which is 9 guys, and you've got
6,
4,
7, 8, 9 support.
9 support. So that is 18 you're coming in with against my 6.
Yes.
So we're going to throw in a little support, and we're going to throw in the HHC that's adjacent. Is going to support, and we're going to pop these guys, fix these guys. Do I want to use it? No, I think, yeah. We're going to throw in the 105s that are there. So we've got 9, 15 defending in that hex. Okay. And the max we can bring is another 3. So we're going to bring in some air. Nope. We're going to save our air. So you're attacking. You've got 18 attacking 15.
Yeah.
So we go to the attack step. That is a 1-to-1. Like the definitive 1-to-1. So Your support strength, though, is greater, although not double my defense.
Yes.
So that's a +1.
Yes.
You're not attacking for more than 2 hexes.
No.
Nobody's strung out. None of that. You get +2 because you were all concealed.
Yes.
So that's a +3.
Yep.
And we've got concealed units participating in this attack.
Yep.
So that's going to shift it to a 2-to-1.
Mm-hmm.
And then terrain, I am in Jungle Hills, which is a -4.
But
so
you
we've
are
got
fixed. You are fixed.
Yes.
Though. Yep.
Yes. Yeah. So you get the but there's no bonus for that. It didn't matter. That would have been a column shift, which you didn't get the last attack because you're playing your chit.
I thought it was no negative modifiers.
Right, but there are no negative modifiers from me being fixed other than that, which is the column shift. You understand what I'm saying?
I thought it was like no die roll modifiers.
But there are no attack modifiers for the US being fixed. When we say negative, we mean overall. So that's your column shift. So if you were attacking me normally,
okay,
and it wasn't your special turn, we would be doing a 1-to-1. Because if you look at the column shifts, unfixed units defending.
So it's okay. So it's not die roll modifiers; it's shifts.
Right. Negative effects from unfixed would be the way to phrase it. Right.
Any penalty if the defender is unfixed. Okay.
Right. So it didn't say modifier; it said penalty. That would be a penalty. That you do not take that penalty.
Oh,
do you understand?
Right. Yeah. No, sorry. I mean, reading that without sort of straight out of the rule book, that sounds like there's no penalty if you're unfixed.
Right. But that's
okay. Right. Right. Fine.
Right, and you're not taking a penalty. Right. For me being unfixed.
Okay. Sorry. No, I completely read that wrong. I assumed that you had to be fixed and it would be any negative modifier, i.e. things like the terrain and stuff.
I hear you, but the words say nothing like that.
Okay. Right.
The words say,
okay.
I shall read them.
I must admit, I read it loads of times and went, yeah, it's definitely that. Yeah, it's definitely that. That do not receive any penalty if the unit's defender has unfixed units in the hex. So, okay. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah. It's. I must admit, I completely. And I looked at it and I thought, really, no penalties, as in like no terrain modifiers or so. I didn't realise it was that particular column shift doesn't apply.
Is quite, right. Yeah, okay. Right. This is quite
any penalty.
A benefit to your attack, I might add.
Yeah.
But in this case, it doesn't matter because they were already unfixed. Okay.
Yeah.
But they were already fixed. All right.
Yeah, I think possibly moving any penalty, changing that to the penalty, because it is only one thing, whereas any penalty sounds like anything.
Most excellent. However,
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You're the first, Alan.
Okay.
So,
I'm the first one to get that wrong. Yeah. So I thought any must be there must be more than one thing there.
But I'll put it on the list because one's too many.
Okay.
So all right. So great.
So
you've got
these attacks are not going to be as great as I thought they were going to be.
You're going to get. You've got to do it before turn 7, and taking away the penalty for attacking unfixed units is significant.
Yeah, but then I would have attacked unfixed units rather than fixed units if I'd realised. But anyway, to get at least a bonus. But it doesn't apply to this guy. Whereas
2-to-1 -1. Roll away.
Yeah, 2-to-1 -1. Right. Where are we? Get the chart. 2-to-1 -1. 11. Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, you're rolling so bad, man. It's just going so badly for you. Yes. All right, so that is a DR, which means
DR1.
We're just forced to retreat.
Oh, it's -1. It's DR.
On 2-to-1, so it's DR.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
And we are disrupted. Boom.
Okay.
And you may advance after combat if you desire.
Yeah, I think it will. Yeah, I think it will. Okay. Then we are also attacking 2816, the HHC hex, as well.
Okay.
Okay. Did he do an IDF to support defensive mission?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you can do an unlimited number of defenses.
This is, yeah, that's fine. Okay, 42. Send that away. Right. And the support is... Now I've got these guys on top. I can't see what's below. Oop. Got the big artillery support.
All right.
And just a bit more help as well. So that's there was nothing from there, was it? No. So that's 11 support on 369, 11, 11, 11. Being very symmetrical with these attacks. 9 and 9, 11,
So
11.
we're going to support again with the 155. Excuse me, the 105 that's to the south there.
Right.
And that's it. I don't think I have any other HHCs around here. So when the HHC defends, they defend with their ground strength. So that's
course,
10.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That's 10. And then we add in 6. That's 16. So it's 22 attacking 16.
Yes.
So we need to actually plot our calculator and see if you've grooved over into 2-to-1 land. But I don't think you have. Divided by 16 equals
22.
Nope, 1375.
Yeah.
So we start off once again now
1-to-1. Yep.
And
support strength
your
greater.
support strength is greater, but not double.
Yep.
So it's +1 for that. You're not attacking for more than 2 hexes.
Yeah. All the rest down, just the concealed.
Yeah. So that's a +3.
Yep.
And then you get a column shift because concealed units were participating. So that's a 2-to-1.
Yep.
+3.
-4.
And -4. So it's just like the other attacks. It's a 2-to-1.
Same one.
Yep.
An 8.
An 8. -1
A1
is a 7.
DR.
No, it's a 7 on the 2-to-1.
Oh, 7. A0, nothing. Sorry. Keep forgetting to take the 1 off.
Right. Yep. So nothing happened. The
Nothing
Americans
happened.
staved it off. Nobody got hurt.
Okay.
And we'll IDF these guys.
Yeah.
And then any other attacks?
Yeah.
Many units adjacent to me, I see. So.
Right. So, 1710 on the road north of Nguyen-Ba-Den.
All right. All right.
So we have number 10 disappears. Yep.
So even though you misinterpreted it, you're using that
I will
modifier
be
at
using
the right
that modifier.
time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
You're not going to be able to be perfect because
No.
I think you made some good attacks against some isolated Americans, even though they weren't unfixed. But you're using it the right way, which is I want to do a lot of attacks on one turn.
Yeah.
So this is going to help me. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. Oh, hang on. How can I do that? Undo. Need to get that number back. 32. Sorry, I shouldn't get rid of it. Where are we? 32. Come back. All is forgiven. Okay. And
All right.
hang on, wait a minute. Might be more. Might be more. Might be more. Might be more.
Any support?
So yeah, probably. Let me just check my other units here. Yeah, that's it.
All right. So go ahead and unfix your guys to the north there.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yep.
All right. So so you're using them as support too. Gotcha.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, yeah.
So we'll IDF
6,
them.
9, 11.
Yeah. So
11
that's
plus 5
11.
and 5
5
support.
is right. So we are going to. This guy's gonna make his presence felt on top of the mountain, and we're gonna throw in him, and we're gonna throw in 2 air.
Yep.
So that's 8, which is the maximum we can take, which is double our defense strength in terms of
So that's
fire.
12. Yep.
Yep. So we're 12, and you are 16.
16. So that's yeah.
I
That's 1 to
think
1.
I think we're in 1-to-1 land, but let's try that.
Yep.
Let's see anyway. I'm curious. 16 divided by 12. Yep, 1.33, just shy. So we go to once again to the chart.
Yep.
And this is going to look blatantly familiar.
Yes.
So we are in, although it's going to be better for you, we're in light woods.
Yeah.
So
We
we start at 1-to-1. You are greater than my ground defense, so that's +1.
Yep.
Everyone was concealed, so it's +2. None of the other modifiers apply, so that's +3.
Yep.
And then you get to shift up 1 for being concealed, and I don't get a shift downwards for being unfixed.
That's right.
So that's a 2-to-1.
Yes.
So we're at 2-to-1 +3, and then there's only -2 for light wood. So this is a 2-to-1 +1.
Yeah. 2-to-1 +1. 8.
A 9. Net. That is a defender retreat. So we are disrupted. No damage, unfortunately for you. So disrupted, and we're going to retreat. We're going to retreat right down that road. And you can advance if you want.
Don't think there's a lot of point. Don't think there's a lot of point. So I won't bother.
Okay.
Right. Now, 1608.
Okay. The old French fort.
Yeah. Actually, maybe I won't. Because of the terrain thing now. And you got 3 units.
It's up to you.
There. Oh yeah, go on. Let's do it.
All right.
This is the opportunity. Eight's not doing anything, but what the hell? Okay. No, that's it. Yeah, so
Oh, okay.
so that's
So
7
you're popping
support.
up. Right. So you got 7 support. You got 9 attacking.
Yeah.
Let's see what we have here. Unfixed. 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 So we got some kind of a beefy group here.
Mm.
So this is 13.
Yep.
And we are going to throw in the guys on top of the mountain are going to support them with some artillery fire. So that's 6. So that's going to push me to 19.
Yep.
And I don't think doesn't look like you have any other attacks
16.
you could pull off. Yeah. So 16, and that would be, I've got 13 defending plus 6 is 19. And I think I'm going to save my air points. So this is going to be a, well, I don't know if I want to do that. So if I pump it up, I could get to a 22. Yeah. We're going to throw in all the rest of our air points, 3 of them. Airstrikes in there. So that's going to turn me into a 22 defending.
Yeah.
So we look
9,
here.
9 and 7, 16.
16 divided by 22 equals points. So I wasn't able to get you to a 2, but I kept you at a 1-to-1. That's not good.
Okay.
So not good for me. So here we go. So we are now.
Yeah. No, I'm not
go to the chart.
greater than your defense.
Nope.
It's just the +2 for the concealed, I think.
Right. And then we shift up because concealed units participated. So it's a 2-to-1.
Yep.
Right now with a +2. But I am in a blockhouse, so that's -2. So
and
that's
and lightwoods
0 and lightwoods. So it's a net -4. So you're at a net -2 on the 2-to-1.
Yep. 6, 4 is an A1.
Right. So you take 1 casualty, and that's it. Somebody loses a step. We had a nice fire base that was well defended that is what you discovered in that French fort. So you lose one of those, that increases the intensity.
Yes.
So let me do that. So we're now at 21. And we go to victory points, and the victory point thing tells me that victory point tabulator tells me that we just the U.S. got 1 victory point is what we got. So that's that. And any more attacks, Alan?
Yes.
Okay, continue.
So it's a slight difference from all the other turns, hey? So we're going to have a go at the Special Forces guys near Camp Tri B. So my guys are already there available.
Okay, so they're just out and about. Okay.
Yeah, they're already there.
So here we go.
369.
Toggle unfixed.
Yeah.
So here we go. I'm defending with 8.
Yep.
And you are attacking with 9 and
12, 15.
And we are going to. Do we want to? No, we don't want to do that. So, but we are going to expose this guy at Camp Tri B. We've got some artillery. He's moved, so he can only fire defensively.
Yep.
So that's 6 with my 8 is 14.
Yep.
And we're going to run with that.
Yep.
Right. So it's a 1-to-1.
Yes.
So
support strength. No. Not concealed. So it's just
looks like no modifiers.
No modifiers at all. Just the terrain, which is -4.
Right. And then but we shift up 1 because you weren't concealed.
I wasn't concealed.
So it's a straight up 1-to-1 with a -4. Yeah. This may not go good for the NLF, but we'll see.
7. That's a 3.
A 3 on the 1-to-1 is
A1D.
A1D. So everybody's disrupted, and you take 1 step loss. give the Americans 1 victory point and move the intensity up 1.
Somebody in there I haven't. Where are you? There.
Special forces stood tall.
That's it. Yeah, and over here, this one. So
Things were going so.
okay.
Things went okay for the NVA.
Well,
Things went wonderfully for the 272nd,
yeah.
and things are going badly for the 273rd.
Yes.
That's so
well.
interesting developments. Any more attacks?
No.
All right. So with, go ahead.
I'm just thinking we're an hour and a half in. Did we want to pause or?
Well, I think we should pick it up absolutely on Saturday. So
Yeah.
let me save this.
Yeah, that was quite a heavy thing. So sorry about practically one phase being an hour and a half there.
No, that's a big attack. So
yeah.
turn 5, U.S. ops, where I will get my riposte. So as we look at the map,
let's get rid of that and let's zoom out a bit.
Look at them. Yeah, I think I'm going to have a riposte over there against the 273rd, and possibly here in the center. Where you disrupted one guy and pushed him back, but you didn't really get, I'm talking over in the cash zone, and I might get a riposte up here against the NVA. We'll see. That'll be interesting. So that is that. A lot of action today. We did promise action.
Yes, I did say that there would be trouble.
Yeah, I think you're doing quite well, actually. I mean, taking a special forces camp is kind of one of those things. Yeah, you should pull off. You're in the victory point lead. I think you might have been better. Like it might have adjusted how you did your attacks.
Yes,
but
I would have done
you might have been
and bigger ones, less attacks and bigger ones. Where I thought, I'm going to take as much advantage of this as possible. If you see what I mean.
But I don't think you were in a super, like a wonderful positional advantage to use that capability before you lost it. But having said that, the intensity was getting high anyway. So you kind of, even though it's not turn 7 yet, the bottom line is higher intensity means U.S. reinforcements, which can just change the complexion of things. So, I think the rest of this turn and the next turn we're going to see a lot of change, a lot of interesting stuff's going to start to happen. Yeah. But that's basically the situation is I think the U.S. is kind of in danger to the east and down there by Fire Support Base Dao Tiang. And then things are kind of, for both of us, a stalemate in the center, writ large. Yes. And then right now, the U.S. is kind of got some action going in the Far East, with a lot of disrupted guys of yours. The 273rd, basically, they got ambushed before they could ambush, which is the job of Mike Force.
Indeed.
Yeah. So, interesting stuff. Well, thanks for joining us, everybody, and in the comments.
Hopefully you're able to follow all that. There's probably large periods of very quiet going on, particularly earlier in the game, but we got some resolution anyway. And let's carry on Saturday. Hopefully you can make it with us, and it will be good to see you. So until then. Thanks for watching. Over to you, Pat, for the last word.
Last word.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Bye, everybody.
Right.